Do you eat bread? Yes, you. But ever wondered how it's made? So today I am at a bakery in Vosloorus, Flour to Dough, and they'll take us through their journey of how they make bread to feed us every single day. Welcome.
Hi there, welcome to Flour to Dough Bakery in the Wesingwa. So everything is top notch. So here we have our brown bread, bigger slices. It goes for 12 rands, so because like we sliced it. Yes, so here we have our white bread, super fresh. It's a big one. And lastly, we have our unsliced bread that we deliver to fast food restaurant. So it goes for 10 rands. And I'm gonna tell you, it tastes number one.
Hey Thokozani,
How are you?
Ngiyapila.
I'm good.
So yeah, no, it's such a pleasure to be here. I know you've been pushing this bread industry for a while. So just tell us about yourself and your business, Flour to Dough.
Okay, I'm Thokozani Sibeko, currently 25 years old. So I'm doing my second year accounting at UNISA, and I'm the founder of Flour to Dough. So it's a bakery supplying bread to abantu basekasi, parlor shop owners, fast food owners. So everything is going well. Our bread is well received. Oh
no, that's great. And how did you get started to say, hey, let me start a bakery and provide bread?
Okay, so it started back in 2022. Makoko, we were being sent to far areas, your supermarkets, your boxer, and even the bread from like spaza shops. It was expensive. So I used to have a business where I was supplying eggs. So the fast food owners, they were disappointed about the delivery system with the current bakeries. So I like realized two problems. First problem is like the bread was expensive. People were going very far for bread. The second problem, it was unreliable suppliers. So I married the two together. So then we were able to supply fresh, affordable bread reliably to our customers.
Oh, cool. So you're saying that before you had an egg business. So what was your introduction to business? Just talk me through your business journey.
Okay, so 2017 I was doing my matric. Then subsequently to that, I took a gap year. So during my time, I found a great business idea because I think eggs, they went up twice in a month. So like I saw a demand. So I started the egg business, pushed it to till 2022 early. Then remember the pandemic for eggs. Yes. I wasn't owning the real value chain. So I was buying from other farmers. So I had to close down my business because there were no eggs available. Big farmers, they were supplying like big stores like Checkers and stuff. That's where I realized that, okay, if you don't own a value chain in the business, it's going to be difficult to run a business. So then started doing the bread business. That's where I said, okay, no, you know what, Thokozani? Own the value chain. So now we're taking our bread. Okay. So yeah. And
then you're mentioning that you're doing your second year in accounting, UNISA, running a business, you're in varsity, and accounting is not easy. How do you manage it?
I'd say if you have priorities, right? So you keep your top list of priority is going to be well to balance things. So my typical day will be like I wake up early in the morning, 2 a.m. to study.
2 a.m.
2 a.m. like to study. So what I normally do when I wake up 2 a.m. to study, before I study, I do my things. I contact the guys from the bakery because like we start production at 10 at night till like all day. So at 2 a.m. when I wake up, I check the guys, then I study. I give myself like something like 4 to 5 hours studying. Then I go to gym. Then I freshen up and go to work. So it's difficult. I don't want to lie. But if you know what you want, if you know your vision, you're definitely going to sacrifice, because what's important is your priorities. So put your priorities first, then other things will follow.
Oh, wow. Awesome. So let's see the bakery.
So we are using like the ovens, the decors. We're currently like raising funds to open like a commercial bakery, but currently we're still small scale. So we are using these ovens to bake. We have 1, 2, 3 and 4 ovens. So on a daily basis, we can be able to produce more than 1,000 loaves. So our maximum production capacity is 1,500, and we're currently scaling up to that because we are doing more than 400 loaves currently. So at Flour to Dough Bakery, I'm the owner and founder, and I have employed 4 guys. They are baking, so I have 2 shifts. Others, they work night shift, and others, they're working day shift. And I also have 2 drivers that they deliver our bread to our customers, amakota, spaza shops, and we also have a trolley to just to market our products. But to push it trolley, give our customers a flyer. So that's how we're pushing Flour to Dough Bakery. So we're gonna show you how we make this bread. We're going to show you the real production of isinkwa from A to Z. So here, it's where we are mixing our products. So we are mixing our flour, we are mixing our yeast, we also mix the premix. So what's a premix? Premix, it's a premix. These a product that they will have already mixed the product. So your preservatives, emulsifiers and everything. So as you can see here, we're gonna do it for 10 minutes. So 10 minutes, we're gonna roll this dough. Then after this process, we're gonna take this dough, put it up here. The guys will cut, and then we'll move it to the prover. It will ferment. Then our last process is gonna be in oven. So currently, like, it's still mixing.
Okay, so I won't lie, I'm quite impressed with the synergy of the guys, right? I'm just seeing, I want to. How do you find your employees, and how do you say, okay, this is the right guy? And I'm actually seeing it's just guys. I'm like, this is the right guy to bring into my operation.
Okay, so like there's a saying that like you have to kiss many frogs before you get to the right thing. So I have a system that I use. So before I introduce you to my team, you need to be 100% non-smoker, 100% non-drinker.
Okay.
Over and above that, when you come, giving you 5 days training. Okay. So all these 5 days training, you're gonna assess how you bake. You're gonna assess how you learn things as you go, because it's a fast learning environment.
Yeah.
Then secondly, after assessing that, we gonna ask you after that 5 days, how was it? I want to look at you and see that these 5 days of mine, I was okay, I'm passionate, I want to learn more. Then that's how I can take you to my team. But if after 5 days you say, I'm overwhelmed, I can't do this, then I have to go to another prop. So that's how I do it. It's difficult.
No, for me, this is interesting, right? Most companies, it's normally a 3-month probation. And when I do see 5 days, 5 days, I know if we are going to move forward or not. Why 5 days? How did you come up with 5 days as opposed to 3 months?
Okay, so like we are a fast growth company, first thing, so because we've been operating this branch for 6 months. Like we started from 2 employees, now we have 7, 8 including me. So I don't want to waste my time, and I don't want to waste your time as well. Because this 5 days is a 5 days unpaid training.
Okay.
So even in a day, I can see that this person is going to take time, but obviously passion will keep it going. So the remaining 4 days, it's passion and resiliency. So I think 4 days, it's enough. 5 days, it's enough time to see a person whether they will continue or not in this business.
And then sengiyabuza about mama, where are the ladies?
Okay, so we have an intern, like she's a lady. She works 5 days a week. But now she's off. So what usually happens is like my guys, like they're working night shift, right? So a person will come here around 10 at night, sometimes 12 midnight. So as a man, it is more safer as opposed to women, because I tried to employ women before. What will happen is like she will get accompanied by someone in her home. Those people will get overwhelmed to accompany these people, and it's not safe for them. And I'm liable and I'm accountable if something happens to them. So for now, we're gonna employ men because we're dealing with night shift, but as we're scaling up, having a day shift, full day shift as well, we're going to employ women, as currently we have 1 intern that's working 5 days a week.
Okay. So Thokozani, we know that you are a bakery, and bakeries make their money from selling the baked products. But how do you make your money?
Okay, so our core revenue stream, it's like selling bread. So we bake and sell bread. So usually our driver will deliver bread from 6 o'clock in the morning to 12. Then after then, we going to take our bikes and rent it out to fast food owners so they can deliver their products to their customers, so that we don't have an asset that is underutilized. So
okay.
Yeah, so
I can hear the accountants coming out, underutilized, sweating the assets. Tell me more about that.
Yeah, I think it needs to make sense, because there has to be a balance between the asset strength, which how much you bought it for, and its utilization. So we bought our assets for this amount of money, then it needs to balance with how you use it. So since we can use our bikes only for a few hours, after then we can rent it out so that it can generate money for us. So that's secondary income stream, but our main cost stream is to sell bread to our customers.
No, that's pretty cool. And then every business has costs. What are your costs?
Operating cost. So like I have guys who are baking, I have my operating cost. We also have our like marketing referral cost. Yeah, it falls to marketing referral cost. So if one person would get us a customer, we're gonna remunerate them with like some 10 breads. So it costs,
10, okay.
Yeah, so like it costs us, so it goes to our cost structure, and yes, like operating cost and our marketing cost.
So I like what you're sharing. So normally when we think about costs and paying people, we generally think of it financially. So your model is when you have a customer who refers a customer, you give it in bread and not in money. What's that idea about?
Okay, so how we do it, because we know that if we're gonna give you bread, like from the customer standpoint, it's going to be okay, 10 breads, that's 100 rand. But from us, we know that we are calculating our cost. So we're reducing our cost by giving out the product as opposed to actual cash. So that saves us to, that helps us to save our cost in terms of marketing.
Okay, that's pretty cool. Let's see the rest of the bakery, and I'm quite excited to see this machine. And what excites me, right? I saw you use a crowdfunding model, right?
Yeah.
I remember we had just met. I saw your posts on, it was on your WhatsApp status where you're like, guys, I'm raising money. Please join me if you will. Tell me about your campaigns because I'm excited to see the product.
Okay, like so they said like the different ways to raise money. The first way is triple F. Family, friends, and fools. So, like I took it from their case. So, okay, there are no fools, but I have family and friends.
Yeah.
So I said, okay, Thokozani, you don't have enough working capital, you don't have enough cash flow. But then, how do you get funds? Like what crowdfunding platform can you use? So I have my family, I have my friends. So I private message them via WhatsApp, hey, I'm raising this money. If you want to be part of success, please invest. So it's not like, I'm not giving them huge returns. It's like, I think it's coming out of trusting Thokozani and wanting Thokozani to grow.
Yeah.
So it worked well. So we're raising 35,000. We're able to raise like 64% of that. I think it was 21,400 if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah.
That's how we used.
No, that's cool. So I love what you're saying to say it wasn't just about investors looking for a return. It was more around people investing in your dream, investing in your drive. So I was pretty chuffed. I was like, I am stealing. I am stealing that one for some of my clients. So Thokozani, you were just telling me how you are really stringent about how you measure. So you were telling us now around how you raise the money. I could see you accounting. You were keeping us up to date via your status. So how do you manage your bakery? How do you manage production and see how everybody is doing and how each department is faring?
Okay, so I'm going to tell you about my role in this company. So I'm wearing 3 hats. I am the chief problem solver, where I solve every bottleneck of the business. And I'm the chief growth officer. And lastly, I'm the customer relations manager. So on the side of chief growth officer, I need to build systems. I need to know how everything is working in this business, even if I'm outside or in the business. So what I do, I have my different departments. As small as we are, we have a production department, we have a customer acquisition department, then we have delivery system department, and we have our work-ins. So how we do, everyone will report to me on a daily basis. We're living in a great era, and an era of AI. So what I do, I have built different GPTs. So if you're a production guy, you're gonna send me your report. I'm gonna send it to my GPT of production manager. So I have employed 4 AI people, and it helps me to grow a business. So everything in this business, I know I'm able to keep my KPIs very well, and I know how we're gonna grow, and we're shooting for the stars now.
Yeah, so I'm loving it. I'm loving how you're integrating AI with your physical bricks and mortar business, because normally when we think AI, we're thinking software, we're thinking systems, we're thinking software as a service, something online. So I'm loving how you're using your GPTs as an owner, and I'm going to request on behalf of myself and my audience, if you can also just do a video nyana, just showing us to say this is how you can use GPTs to manage. Really loving that. So let's take a walk and go see one of your customers.
Okay, cool.
So we are here at Kota Hub, one of Flour to Dough's customers. Mr. Kaletso, how is it like being a customer of Flour to Dough?
I was like, it's a good experience working with Thokozani.
Okay. And how are you finding the bread for your product?
The bread, we always order every day, no? It's a fresh bread. I never got a complaint from any customer.
Okay.
So it's an upgrade.
Not bread. And then how's the working relationship in terms of customer service and
towards Thokozani?
Yes.
It's a good experience. even his employees.
Okay. No, that's good. I'm liking it because what we normally see is that customers generally who work with the founder like only working with the founder, and when they have to work with the employees, they're just like, I. So you're saying with the employees, you
Communicate with everyone.
Yeah.
If I don't continue on the phone, I call them the
okay.
employees.
No, this is cool. So, Mr. Kaletso, thank you. Nice chatting to you. And in Linjani Kotala like hi. Taiwan. No, usilungisela special sakho usudlula nayo. Okay, so Thokozani, we've spoken about the bakery, your studies. If you're not baking or running your business and studying, what do you do to relax?
I spend time with God.
Okay.
Spend time with God. So I love reading scripture. And I love spending time with people and talk more about God and Jesus Christ. So I don't have a hobby for now.
And then what is your favorite scripture?
So I'm more interested in wisdom, right?
Okay.
So my favorite scripture is like Proverbs. So like they give you, like it gives you like great leadership lessons.
Okay.
So I love Proverbs. I even love the person who wrote Proverbs, which is Solomon. His character, how he was humble by asking wisdom from God, and God gave him wisdom, and he gave me other things. So I love the scripture of Proverbs.
So that's awesome, and we've seen you start this business as a young person. How would you advise yourself if you are speaking to your younger self? What advice would you give your younger self?
Okay, one thing I've realized about young people, they don't know why they actually start a business. So I think beforehand, you should know why you start a business. Are you starting it for a lifestyle, just to survive, to leave a legacy, or to exit it, to sell it? That's the first step. But another step now is to start a company that solves the real problem.
Okay.
We don't start a Me Too business as young people.
Oh, a Me Too business. Okay.
We don't have any privilege like to start a business that doesn't solve the real problem.
Okay.
So have an idea that will help you to solve a problem. And when you got that, there is this template called business model canvas. Right.
Yeah.
Let me say tool rather, not a template, because people treat that as a template.
Yes.
Business model canvas is not a template. It's a living document that you use and you go back to reinvent things and reiterate things and change things in your business. So if you're going to use that business model canvas, you first start with 4 important factors. So you have customer segments, your value proposition, your cost structure, and your revenue structure. Before you get other things, get your customer, validate your value proposition. Go speak to your customers, find out whether your assumptions are true. Then if you hold them true, now you're gonna know, now you're gonna research how will it cost me and how can I charge them. Then after, you can fill in other things in the business model canvas, but that's a living document. It's not just a template.
I love how you bring back the canvas, because a lot of our chats were based on the canvas. So what's the last word you'd like to leave our viewers with, and how do our viewers find you if they want to partner or collaborate with you?
Okay, I want to leave the viewers with the definition of entrepreneurship. I don't know why, but it's a definition of entrepreneurship. So I define entrepreneurship as an ability to spot an opportunity, act on it to create social and economic value. But the key word there, it's act. It's act. So we need to act on everything that we do. Start. Everything is gonna follow. And then any collaborations that I need an expert in health and safety. So we're currently struggling to get our certificates of accessibility. So we need someone who is there, who has done this or who has helped people to get their COA, and any other funding avenues that we can get in order to be compliant as far as health and safety standard is concerned. Then we also, after acquiring the certificates, then we can have collaborations of hospitals, early childhood development centers that are going to supply huge amount of loaves.
Okay, no, that's amazing. So how do customers find you?
So they're going to find me on Facebook. Personal Facebook is Thokozani Sibeko. Then my contact is 065 671 3041.
Okay, and Flour to Dough, is it on socials?
We do have a Facebook page, Flour to Dough Bakery.
Awesome. So thank you very much for joining us. This has been a wonderful episode of seeing how bread is really made, and we saw today how flour goes from flour to dough to bread. So thanks for tuning in. Please like, please subscribe, and stay blessed.